Hey everybody, I am coming making this video message, and I want to tell you to take it one day at a time. The reason why I'm telling you all to take it one day at a time is because a lot of people at the start of the new year, they will put a lot of things on their plate. Or some people will write in a journal, you may write in a diary, you may make a list of all the things that you're going to tackle and do in 2024. And for many, many years of you doing this and having this same New Year routine, some of you all find yourself in a slump and you are no longer doing it by the time March or April rolls around. And you will sit back and say, why is it that I really have the right heart and spirit to do a particular thing, but I failed at it a couple of months later or a few months later? I'm going to tell you all to take it one day at a time. Some of you all feel like, okay, I know we're living in the end times, and I know it's so many things happening in the world. I've got to get myself together. I've got to change some things that I'm doing. And now you find yourself frustrated. Now you find yourself just really feeling like you're having a breakdown. I'm going to tell you, take it one day at a time. There is no way that who you are supposed to develop into as a man or as a woman, or the son or daughter that you are supposed to completely be before Christ, there is no way you can get this stuff done in one day. Stop stressing yourself out. Stop getting angry. Stop feeling like you don't have enough time. Yes, you are supposed to be concerned. Don't get comfortable feeling like you never have to work towards anything or make improvements. However, the Bible tells us, don't worry about tomorrow, because you don't know, and I'm paraphrasing, you don't know what the day will bring. You don't know what today is going to bring. So why are you being stressed out, and why are you going back and forth, and why are you crying? Why are you depressed? Because you know there are various things out here that you have to complete, and they have not yet been completed. Take it one day at a time. If you are working on your business and you don't have all the money, and you don't have a team developed, and you don't have the skill down to the T when it comes to the service you will be providing, I'm here to tell you, baby, take it one day at a time. Today, you work on that thing and worry about today. Tomorrow, you get back at it again. Get through tomorrow. Some of you all, you are already, and I'm not saying this is bad. I'm not saying it's wrong or it's bad for you to think ahead and say, 6 months from now, this is what I want. 6 months from now, I want to be at this weight. 6 months from now, I want to be living in this house. 6 months from now, I see myself married or going out dating to become exclusive with somebody, and it lead to that. You are supposed to be prudent. You are supposed to think about your future. But when you give something to God, and when you are praying and trusting God, you've got to take things slow and one day at a time. Because let me let you all know something. When it's time for something to take off, they call it Godspeed. Sometimes God will put you in a situation where something is about to happen for you and you did not have time to prepare. You didn't have everything that you needed, but you still need to trust God, because God is not about to bring anything to you or open up any door or window of opportunity for no reason. God is not trying to set you up for failure. He's not trying to trip you up. God does everything for a reason. He knows the right timing. But you still need to take things one day at a time. Why are you crying? Why are you losing sleep? Why are you angry? Why are you feeling like you are a loser or a failure? Why are you feeling like this? Could it just be that some of you out here, you are overloading yourself with all of these rules, all of these regulations, all of these plans that you say that you want to get done, but you are not taking it one day at a time? How do you feel like if you're trying to lose 100 pounds that you're going to lose it in 24 hours? It didn't take you 24 hours to gain 100 pounds. So it's going to take you probably a few months, several months. It may take you 1 year or 2 years to get to the exact weight that you want to be at. What makes you think that in 24 hours, you're going to have your entire business plan already orchestrated and perfected? It's not going to be perfected. You have to take things one day at a time. You want restoration for your family because the enemy came in and you know it's work that you got to put in? Take it one day at a time. One thing that I have learned is that when I started making a lot of plans and I started trying to rush through things and I started being anxious and stressed out about a lot of things, it was like I was going in a repetitious cycle. It was like I was going nowhere. And I'm like, why do I keep finding myself at that place? And you know what it was? It was so simple. I was not taking things one day at a time. You don't operate in fear when you are under the umbrella of God. The Bible says God gives us, he doesn't give us fear, but power and a sound mind. That is what God does. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid that you're going to miss out on something? Are you afraid that that opportunity is not going to come to you? Are you afraid that if you don't get a particular thing done by, let's say, the end of this month, that it's over for you? No, my brothers and sisters. If you are praying and if you gave something to God, let God work it out. Every day, through your consistency of prayer, every day of your consistency of going to God and talking to God, you will start to see changes. You will start to see progress. Stop putting a lot on your plate. Get some rest. Get some sleep. I'm talking to all of you, pastors, leaders, ministers, deacons, deaconess, prophets, prophetess, whoever you are, business owners, married couples, students, those of you in high school, those of you in college, the elderly. If you feel like my time has run out, I'm in my 60s, I'm in my 70s, I didn't complete this, I got to do all this stuff. I'm worried about my kids. I'm worried about my grandkids. Honey, take it one day at a time. If God has graced you to make it this far, if he's graced you to make it this far, what would make you think that he's going to say, yeah, you're done? If you know in your heart that you have gave that particular area of your life to God. If you know what, God, I want a business. I'm not going to overload myself, but I want a business, Lord. But I know faith without works is dead. So I'm handing my business over to you. But today, I'm going to work on this one thing pertaining to my business. Or I'll work on a couple of things, something I can handle. Why are you afraid? We are on borrowed time. That's a fact. We're on borrowed time. But nothing, I don't care how hard you work. I don't care what you put on your plate. I don't care what list you make or what you have typed out. It's not going to happen unless God wants it to happen. Be okay with that. Be okay with that. Because a lot of you all, you're going in repetitious demonic cycles. You have these demonic patterns. You're stressed out. You can't sleep. You're gaining weight or you're losing weight. You're crying. You're angry. Your mind is all over the place. You seeking out therapy simply because you keep trying to rush to do something instead of being patient and waiting on God. Continue to wait on God, my beautiful brothers and sisters. You have no other choice. If you've been waiting this long, continue. God has not forgot about you. God does not hate you. Give it to God and go to sleep. Take a nap, rest. If you are a pastor in a church or you're building a ministry, go to sleep. Take a nap. Trust that the people you've put in certain places to run the church when you are not there, or you trust the people that handle the money that's coming in, if you trust the people that you've put in place, go home, be with your family, just rest. This video message is for numerous people because so many people are rushing. You are rushing. You running around like a chicken with the head cut off. You're getting scared. You're getting nervous. Calm yourself down. Calm down. Take it one day at a time. When God is ready to come through, he's going to come through. See, I'm not about to sell you all a dream and say, yeah, you know what? In 3 days, God is going to do this for you. God didn't tell me he's going to do something for anybody in particular in 3 days. But what is in me, in my spirit to tell you all, is to take it one day at a time. Because regardless of what we do, God is going to do what he wants to do. And a lot of you all, you got to be okay with that. If God tells you right now, I'm going to just say it. I'm going to just say it because somebody needs to hear it. I'm going to tell you the truth. If God tells you, son, daughter, it's not meant for you to be married. You will not be married. You will not have a child. Are you okay with that? That may not be what God has for you. See, you stressed out and you're crying and you're worried and you are being misled and tricked by the enemy because you've allowed outside sources and what you're seeing on the internet to enter into your spirit. The enemy will get into a vulnerable, open space in your spirit. And he will work it and work it and work it to keep you sad and in confusion. He will try to rush you and make you very aggressive when it comes to your pursuit of a particular thing. Take it one day at a time. Stay in prayer and be secure in that. Be okay with that. When it's time for you to move, God's going to give you the strength, put his hand on it and say, son, it's time for you to move. Daughter, it's time for you to move. Take it one day at a time. Stop stressing yourself out. You battling with anxiety. You've had to go to your therapist and get medication for that because it's simply you are trying to do too much in one day. You thinking about 6 months from now, or you thinking about what's going to happen at the end of this year. You can't even focus on what you're going to do for the rest of the day. You're not even focused on what you're going to do for the rest of the week, but you worried about 6 months from now. You don't know how your life is going to change. You don't know. And that's biblical. That's not my personal opinion. We have got to get back to baseline. And what is the baseline? The baseline is one day at a time. And that is the video message. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have gotten offended by anything I spoke about in this video message, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned because I know you will forgive me in the morning.